Count Dankula.
I'm here outside Airdrie Sheriff Court, where earlier this week YouTube
Count Dankula,
Marcus Meekin, otherwise known as Count Dankula.
Count Dankula,
convicted of making a grossly offensive video.
Count Dankula.
He taught his girlfriend's pub dog to a Nazi salute.
Count Dankula,
Count Dankula.
Count Dankula.
Count Dankula.
Count Dankula.
Count Dankula.
Count Dankula.
Phrase, gas the Jews. Count Dankula is due to be sentenced in April.
What's up, Internet? What's up, YouTube? This is Internet Television. I am the Boogeyman. I am the zombie your mom warned you about. I am Mr. X. So, today we're talking about a Scottish internet comedian, Count Dankula, aka Marcus Meekin, and a stunt performed on his YouTube channel. In a video published on April 11, 2016, Dankula teaches his dog to perform a Nazi salute with the trigger phrase being, "Gas the Jews." Dankula prefaces the video as a method of irritating his girlfriend due to her continual fawning over the dog. Let's take a look.
My girlfriend is always ranting and raving about how cute and adorable her wee dog is, and so I thought I would turn him into the least cute thing that I could think of, which is a Nazi.
Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil! Who's a good wee Nazi?
Jews.
Shortly after this video went live, it caught the attention of the media, more specifically the Mirror, aka www.mirror.co.uk. Eventually the authorities got involved. On April 28th, Count Dankula was arrested, and law enforcement cites Detective Inspector David Coburn of Lancashire CID said, "This clip was shared online and has been viewed almost 1 million times. I would ask anyone who has had the misfortune to have viewed it to think about the pain and hurt the narrative has caused a minority of people in our community. The clip is deeply offensive and no reasonable person can possibly find the content acceptable in today's society." Director of the Scottish Council of Jewish Communities, Ephraim Borowski, chimed in as well. To regard the meticulously planned industrialized murder of 6 million people solely on the grounds of their ethnicity as a joke is outrageous, and for someone who does not claim to be racist, beggars belief. On the 28th of April, Dankula was arrested. Dankula soon apologized, saying, "I am so sorry to the Jewish community for any offense I have caused them. This was never my intention and I apologize." On the 20th of March 2018, Dankula was convicted. Judge Derek O'Connell didn't find the humor in the video and was quoted saying, "The accused is quite obviously an intelligent and articulate man. The accused knows the material was offensive, and he knew why it was offensive. The description in the video as humorous is no magic wand. This court has taken the freedom of expression into consideration, but the right of freedom of expression also comes with responsibility." The courts even went as far to completely ignore the context of the video as being humorous and instead injects their own reality. This clip was intended to incite racial hatred and target Jewish community members, saying, "He knows the context of the video, but in a criminal court in Scotland, he does not decide the context of anything. The court decides the context." I have a lot to say about this topic, but let's hear about the things we can't say from famed comedian George Carlin.
Sometimes, well, hell yeah. Sometimes it's okay, but not all the time. There are words that you can say, no problem. Topography! No one has ever gone to jail for screaming topography. But there are some words that you can go to jail for. There are some words that we just have decided we will not say all the time. You know what I mean? It's just like we've decided there'll be some words we won't say all the time. And I was just trying to find out which words they were. For sure. All of them. I wanted a list. Because nobody gives you a list. All right, you're 6 years old now. And here's the list of words your dad and I don't ever want to hear you say. Yeah, you never know what's going to be on the list. Because it's always somebody else's list. You didn't make that up. Somebody told you that shit. They told you better not say that, so you gotta. And you don't know what's gonna be on their list. God, people's lists even change from day to day. Some people on Friday night got a list, nothing about 2 or 3 words. Sunday morning, they're 27 words. These are the same people 2 days later, different list. So you gotta kind of watch out what you're gonna believe on television. I mean, the filthy words that are always filthy. Well, like part-time filth. Some of these words, they're only 50% dirty. You have words like ass. Ass is hardly even a dirty word anymore, but it has a few meanings that you can't say on television. That's what I was talking about. What can you say on television? That's another one of those places where we can't use these words all the time. And we're all right some of the time. Ass is all right on television. You can say on television things like, well, you've made a perfect ass of yourself tonight. But you can't say, hey, let's go get some ass. Bitch. Bitch is another word like that. Same kind of word. It's the only dirty part of the time. Depends on what you mean by bitch. Just don't refer to the singer the same way. That's all. Is that bitch gonna do another number? Yes. But completely filthy. Well, in looking for these words, I kept finding new categories. We have more ways to describe dirty words than we actually have dirty words. It seems to indicate that somebody was awfully interested in these words. They kept referring to them. They called them bad words, dirty, filthy, foul, vile, vulgar, coarse, in poor taste, unseemly, street talk, gutter talk, locker room language, barracks talk, swearing, and all I could think of was shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits.
This is a complete travesty to liberty and counterintuitive to everything freedom of speech stands for. While I don't agree with the subject matter of the video, I also firmly believe this is a gross overreach to the government. The problem isn't the language or the imagery used in the video, it's the fact that I understand and empathize with both groups. I, like the actors in the video state, it is offensive. However, your hurt feelings should never dictate a man being stripped of his liberty and of his freedom. Cases like this only solidify the notion of the thought police and ultimately bolster the politically correct movement. I think the biggest issue here is that comedy is subjective. What may be funny to one may be, quote,
Grossly offensive to another.
Comedic legends like Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, and George Carlin all had highly offensive routines. Were they locked up and charged with hate crimes? I fear if this mentality supersedes conventional wisdom, society is doomed to operate like those found in dystopian novels such as 1984. Now is the time to exercise critical thinking and evaluate not just one case, but analyze the implications on a broader scale for society. Fellow comedian Jonathan Pye chimes in on the case.
I'm here outside Airdrie Sheriff Court, where earlier this week YouTube comedian Marcus Meekan, otherwise known as Count Dankula, was convicted of making a grossly offensive video. Count Dankula is due to be sentenced in April. Right, Tim, I want to talk about this. Right, okay, so some people found this offensive, understandable. What's that tell you, Tim? It tells you that both offence and humour are subjective. Either way, it was a fucking joke, you cunts! Find me one neo-Nazi who is using that YouTube clip as a recruiting tool. It's a pug mimicking their glorious leader. So yes, it is offensive. If you're a fucking Nazi something and some twat is offended and some uptight, humourless judge doesn't get, you might not even get a fucking jury. You're fucked! The prosecution said that context and intent are irrelevant. In order to get a conviction, they had to willfully misunderstand the context of the video. The judge basically admitted it. Yes, Tim, yes, he did repeatedly use the phrase, gas the Jews. Funny or not, offensive or not, and without context, Of course it's not funny, but in context, it's a cute little pug dog reacting to one of the worst things you could ever say. That's the fucking point. It's a joke, you fucking cunt. Where are the artists, the writers? Where are the comedians? Where are they? Why are they not up in fucking arms? It's because, you know, freedom of speech is like so unfashionable these days. What the fuck is going on? This matters. The law works in precedents. Once one person is convicted for telling a joke, that's it at the moment. So, you know, why not convict John Cleese? And if the judges ruled that context is irrelevant, then surely even me reporting that he used the phrase gas the Jews is anti-Semitic. If context is irrelevant, I am right now inciting racial hatred according to the Scottish courts just by reporting the case. Fuck it. If I'm going down in style. Peak style! Fight the noise and cloister! Eve of our fucking springtime for Hitler! And right, Tim, this is me miming being a Nazi fucking the Von Trapps. Fucking grow up, you stupid.
Anyway, guys, that is all the seriousness I can stand for in one episode. If you like this video, you win a participation trophy for the day and a gold star. If you like to hear about these types of topics, please consider subscribing. This has been Internet Television. I am Mr. X. Now, if you excuse me, I have to train my goldfish in the ways of Hitler Youth.
Jews.